All right, we are getting into our second round of round-robin play here. Left side of your screen is going to be McCook versus York. Right side will be Skutt versus Waverly. So right side, we're getting started with Luke versus Alex. And they are already on the way. Alex running Hog Earthquake, Luke running Elite Barbs, and we don't know much about the rest of their deck yet. And then left side of your screen, McCook versus York. We've got Maggot Muncher versus Ikea. And they are just getting underway. A minute into our game on the right. Not a lot of damage on either tower yet. Luke also showing Hog Rider, so the Hog Rider mirror matchup. Left side of your screen, we've got Giant Skeleton, Balloon versus Lava Loon, or Lava Hound, Phoenix. There's the clone spell. Okay, so Magnet going full in on the death damage combo, and that is going to be a tower immediately. Wow, okay, so Magnet coming out swinging, and a solid defense there on the counterattack. So Phoenix, the second life Phoenix, going to connect to the tower with the miner, but tower locks onto the Phoenix before the miner, so not as much damage as it might have hoped, but Maggot with a huge advantage there. Takes a tower within a minute of this game. And Ikea playing on the back foot. Lava Hound at the back. Right side of your screen, Luke up just a little bit of damage there for Skutt. Got that left tower down to 1280. Alex with Hog Rider. Hog Rider Earthquake versus double building here for Luke, running Tombstone and Cannon. Elite Barbs to clean up the Hog Rider, but it already goes down. So Maggot chose the Lumberjack, finishing out the Lumber Loon clone deck. And Ikea playing a Lava Loon deck that is going to take that right tower. So both of these players playing very aggressively. Are we going to see 4 towers go down before double Elixir? Okay, so lots of damage, really aggressive playstyle coming out from both of these players here. Ikea got that second tower down to 252. So Lava Loon versus Lumber Loon with Giant Skeleton clone as well. Really interesting matchup here. There's the Inferno Dragon, so that closes out the Lava Hound deck construction for Ikea. And he's got a Lava Hound across the bridge, and everything's getting kited by that Giant Skeleton. There's a clone onto the tower, and everything's connecting on the tower, and that is going to do it. And Maggot goes for the 3 crown, neglecting to play nearly any defense. Just wins the damage race there. The Balloon, Giant Skeleton, Lumberjack clone deck. What a surprise pick there from Maggot, and it pays off extremely well. Ikea just not ready for the damage race. And the 3 crown to start things off for Maggot. What a starting push there for McCook. And York just not ready for it. Next game here on the left side, we've got Royal Recruits versus what is probably, we've got Battle Healer Electro Dragon, probably got an Elixir Golem in here. Right side of your screen, the Hog Earthquake deck falling behind, and Luke takes that tower on the left in overtime. So Luke takes game 1. Left side of your screen, out comes the Elixir Golem. Zappy's on defense with Barb Barrel, Goblin Cage. Big counter push coming. Still in single Elixir, so Maggot going to have to force something out here. Goblin Cage in middle kites a few of the Royal Recruits. Couple on the left side connecting with the Zappy. So decent amount of damage there on the left tower, and Maggot, not a lot he can do about it. Wow, that is a lot of damage on that left tower, and that is actually going to take the left tower. Ikea up a tower already again. Before double Elixir. And there's the Royal Hogs for Ikea. Maggot, not a lot of defense there. Doesn't have the Goblin Cage. Going to have to use the mini P.E.K.K.A. to defend that. Not going to do a lot there. Right side, we've got Alex playing probably some kind of log bait. with Princess Goblin Barrel. And Luke with Dark Prince Lumberjack. So well equipped to take care of the Logbait deck. Left side of your screen, Maggot getting a lot of damage on that right tower as we hit double elixir. Ikea gonna have to play defense. Plays the Royal Recruits. Flying Machine at the bridge. Will take down the Goblin Cage. Flying Machine locks onto the Battle Healer. That's big. Gonna take it down quick. Alex shows the Rocket early. Allows Luke to push a big counter push here. Royal Hogs at the bridge will take down the cannon. Connect onto the tower. Decent amount of damage there. Witch is locked on. Bar Barrel will clean up, but not before Luke takes that tower down to 13-15. Left side of your screen, Elixir Golem pushing in, about to connect to the tower, but Ikea gets the 3 crown before the Elixir Golem even connects. So taking that game 2, forcing a game 3 situation, says you can 3 crown, I can 3 crown, goes just as aggressive. Not quite as stylish fashion, but gets the job done. Maggot shows Hog at the bridge, P.E.K.K.A. in the back to defend, so Ikea with probably a P.E.K.K.A. bridge spam deck. And Maggot showing Hog Rider Golden Knight. Right side of your screen, big push there from Luke. Hogs connect to the bridge. Connect to the tower, Ice Spirit slows him down, Princess cleans up. There's Mighty Miner. So Alex down a lot of damage, not where you want to be with the Logbait Rocket Cycle deck. Uses the log to defend the Goblin Barrel. Cannot take the Princess. Left side of your screen. P.E.K.K.A. connects to the tower early. And another tower down a minute before double elixir. A little bit of connection issues on our stream on the right screen. Not sure exactly what happened. As we are catching up and the tower goes down. Okay, so technical difficulties are on our right screen. Game is over, and Luke takes it in 2. Wish we could have seen what happened, but it looked like the Royal Hogs connected and cleaned up the tower very nicely in overtime. So Luke takes it in 2. There's another win for Skutt. And left side of your screen, the P.E.K.K.A. bridge spam deck is simply overwhelming the version. It's Maggot running 2.6 Hog, swapping out the Ice Golem for Golden Knight. So I think this is 2.8 Hog, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Versus P.E.K.K.A. bridge spam. And Ikea with a huge advantage in this game, and we're not even a double elixir yet. Bandit on the tower. Ice Spear doesn't calm down fast enough. Bandit connects, gets the dash damage and the double tap, and there's another 3 crowns. So left game decided by all 3 crowns. Ikea closes it out, and York takes their game. So there's game 1 done for both matches. Right side is getting going already. Hopefully we won't have as many technical difficulties on that stream and we can see everything. Sided Galaxy going up against Grandpa. Sided representing Skutt and Grandpa representing Waverly. Sided showing up with their Expo deck in game 1. So full sending in game 1. Left side of your screen, we'll go back to winner versus Wyatt Lion. Winner representing York, Wyatt from McCook. And they are just getting started as well. So, big surprise. 3 crowns. Takes a little bit longer, but is still a pretty decently quick matchup. And right side of your screen, the Royal combination there for Grandpa. Royal recruits Royal Hogs. And there is a Mighty Miner up front. Sided plays a defensive Expo. Dumps the Knight in front to tank for the Expo. So Mighty Miner goes down easily. Expo still on defense. Left side of your screen, we've got Wyatt playing Battle Healer, Wizard, and winner with the Electro Giant early. Gonna connect to the tower, not for a lot though. The Earthquake will clean up the Tesla. So 1 or 2 hits there from that E-Giant on the left tower. A little bit ahead on damage there for winner. There's a Skeleton Barrel for Wyatt. Winner cycling, gets to the log, able to clean up that skeleton barrel, only gets the death damage. Good cycling there from Winner. That defensive Expo putting in work for Sided. Still around from that Mighty Miner from the last rotation. Winner plays E-Giant in front of the King Tower. Wyatt forcing to play at the bridge. There's a Goblin Giant with Archer's Wizard support. E-Giant pushes in and takes out all the support cards. Forces Wyatt to play a Tesla, kite the E-Giant. So no damage from the E-Giant, but a lot of elixir used there. Right side of your screen, the Royal Hogs do connect onto that right tower. Forces Sided to play defense. And down a lot of damage, not where you want to be with an Expo deck. Winner cycling through E-Giant to get back to the log. Defends the skeleton barrel. Second time we've seen Wyatt just play a skeleton barrel at the bridge with not a lot of support. So we'll see if that changes. But so far, Winner has a very easy response with the log. Winner's got 2 E-Giants pushing right now. Earthquake will take out the Tesla. Royal Giant in the middle with Battle Healer. 1 E-Giant down. Still a most health. E-Giant connects onto that right tower. Wyatt uses the lightning to tag the E-Giant and clean up the bomber. But not before that E-Giant has done more than enough to the tower. Wyatt up a lot of damage as we approach overtime here. E-Giant in front of the King Tower. Right side of your screen, Sided plays an Expo at the bridge. Grandpa responds with Royal Recruits. And it's going to be a task for Sided to get a Expo connection onto that Princess Tower. And down damage. Both players with Fireball. But going to be quite the ask for Sided to pull this one back. Left side of your screen, E-Giant connects yet again, just gets 1 tick. No big spells. Earthquake will be able to cycle through. And with not a lot of damage on either of his towers, Winner opts to go aggressive here, slaps down the E-Giant at the bridge. Wyatt uses the Earthquake, or Wyatt uses the Lightning early. Winner closes out with the Earthquake, and Winner takes that game for game 1. And that is game 1 to York there in that matchup. Right side of your screen, Royal Hogs connecting on that right tower yet again. Sided. Expo opposite lane, hoping for anything. No big spells here. Going to get that damage advantage, and Grandpa just playing defense here. Should be able to close out this game 1. And Expo not going to find any connection. And that should do it. Sided. Expo deck not working out this time, as Grandpa wins it on damage in overtime. Right side of your screen, Wyatt playing Executioner P.E.K.K.A. This is the deck that caused a lot of problems for his opponent in the last match. Winner playing, showing 3 cards from P.E.K.K.A. Bridge Spam. And there's the 4th with Bandit. Going to get the dash damage on the left tower. No defense on that Bandit. Going to get a lot of damage on the left tower for Wyatt. Wyatt's left tower down to 1,700. So lots of damage from that Bandit unanswered. Right side of your screen, Grandpa with the immediate wall breakers defended with Goblin Cage. Wyatt plays Minion Horde at the bridge, accidentally, maybe intentionally predicting the Battle Ram. Takes it down immediately. Winner, not enough elixir to cycle the answer in Magic Archer. Or probably Poison is their other answer there. But Magic Archer will take it down a little bit quicker. Opts for that. Right side of your screen, Sided playing Royal Recruits with Flying Machine. And Wyatt buys enough time on the counter push to put a P.E.K.K.A. in front of his Executioner. Oh, good timing on the log. Going to get that P.E.K.K.A. an extra hit on the Winner's P.E.K.K.A. So will clean it up nicely. Not going to get a connection on the tower, though. And there's another Bandit. Wyatt finally defending this one. Lumberjack will prevent the dash on the tower. Royal Ghost cleans up the Lumberjack at the bridge and might get a hit here. Archer's arrows cleans it up before it connects the tower. Right side of your screen, the bomb tower is a very solid defense for the Royal Recruits. So Grandpa playing minor wall breakers and should have a solid defense for anything that Sided can throw at him. Miner comes down just a little bit too late. Will not tank for the wall breakers, but the Goblin Cage is going to kite him away anyway. So, sided up on the damage race on the right side as we hit double elixir. Left side of your screen, Wyatt is up on damage. Has a raged P.E.K.K.A. approaching the tower. Winner places Battle Ram on the same side. Will kite the P.E.K.K.A. away. Royal Ghost tags it and will finish cleaning it up. A lot of elixir used there to defend for Winner. P.E.K.K.A. will defend the Bandit handedly. So P.E.K.K.A.'s opposite lane on the left side. Magic Archer placed good distance away. Will not kite the P.E.K.K.A., but is going to poke it down from a distance. Wyatt, oh, Winner just places the Battle Ram in time. Barely not letting the P.E.K.K.A. connect to the tower. That would have been a lot of damage there, but good timing there on the defense of the Winner. Right side of your screen, Sided gets a lot of damage onto that right tower as we come into overtime. And Grandpa, again, in a spot. This is, last time he played this Minor Wall Breakers deck, I believe he was behind on damage as well, and that's not, you really want to get that chip damage in early. You don't get as much value cycling your cards to triple elixir as the higher elixir cost decks do, like the Royal Hogs deck, connecting onto the tower. Magic Archer will not clean it up. And that is game 2 for Sided. As we go to a game 3 situation here. We'll see what they bring into game 3 here. Left side of your screen, we're 30 seconds left in overtime. Big, interesting damage race here. Magic Archer has the angle onto the tower, but just barely too far away to connect. Not going to get the poke damage there from the bridge for Winner. We'll see if that comes back to bite him. Winner zaps the Minion Horde, but misses a few. Minion Horde cleans up the P.E.K.K.A. nicely. 14 seconds left. Winner up on damage. Arrows will get ahead. Wyatt up on damage. There's Fireball. Up by 70 damage. No spells left at cycling, and Winner will take it on damage. Arrows do not come down in time, and Winner, wow, what a damage race there. Just barely takes it. Winner takes it in 2. What a close match there to close it out. Winner takes it in the sweep, and that is another win for York. Just barely cannot cycle back to the archers in time. Wyatt cannot hold on. Had the damage advantage for just a little while, but could not close it out, and Winner clutches up. Very good game there. Way to close out that series. Right side of your screen, Sided going all in on the Elixir Golem Battle Healer Elite Barbs deck. Grandpa playing Rocket Logbait. Not enough there to defend, and another big aggressive push there with the Elixir Golem deck. Tower down, 1900 left on the King Tower. And Sided looking to capitalize on the momentum that they've built. Left side, we get into our last match here. Going to have Tuna versus Cloud, and they're getting started already. Cloud playing Miner, Tuna showing Skeleton King. Grandpa has the Inferno Tower on defense. Not the best card to defend Elixir Golem with. It splits into 7 cards. Or 7 troops, sorry. And Sided playing extremely aggressively here. Throws the poison onto the King Tower. Will take out the Princess. And that is going to do it. Sided with the extremely aggressive Elixir Golem deck takes the 3 crown to close out the series for Skutt. So Skutt with a win there. Catches Grandpa on the back foot with the surprise of Elixir Golem deck. Just does not have the right answers for it. And is going to take that 3rd game there. Left side of your screen, the Lava Hound deck. Connecting to the tower. Gets a decent amount of damage there for Tuna. And Cloud playing Miner. Haven't seen a real win condition yet. But the Skeleton King activation is going to take the tower. And with a decent push onto the King Tower, a lot of damage there. Takes it down to 3,200. So Cloud playing from behind here. Cloud building up a little push on the left lane. Dark Prince with the Royal Recruit. Electro Spirit in danger of activating King Tower there. Timing with the Lava Hound was a little closer than maybe would have liked, but no activation there, no problems. That is the danger of using Electro Spirit, is a well-timed defensive placement. Can activate King Tower. Cloud showing Rocket as their last card, so this is going to be Rocket cycling. And again, very far behind in this game. Going to be a tough spot to come back from. So right side, we're getting started with our last game for Skutt Waverly. This will be Jinx versus Ultimate. Jinx for Skutt, Ultimate for Waverly. And there's a second tower down for Tuna, and just nothing that Cloud can do about it. Not well equipped for this matchup. Lots of cascading pressure there from Tuna, and Tuna will take it 2-0 in game 1. As we get set up for game 2 in that game. Right side of your screen, Phoenix is battling at the bridge. Ultimate showing Tombstone, Skeleton King. Jinx showing Golden Knight, Phoenix. So we'll see how these decks develop here. Electro Wizard will prevent the dash from the Golden Knight. Minute into this game, a little bit of chip damage for Jinx. There's the Royal Giant in the back. Okay, so Royal Giant, this is a really popular win con that we've seen. Jinx immediately spawns with an Electro Giant on the bridge. Forces Ultimate to play defense as opposed to building a large push to support the Royal Giant. So Jinx has the Tornado as well. Should be able to pull back the Royal Giant even to connect. So there's a shot from the Royal Giant. Is going to finish the damage on that. And Ultimate defends the Electro Giant extremely well. No damage onto that right tower. And able to build a counter push out. Gets a little bit of damage from that Skeleton King activation and the Phoenix on a tower. Lots of damage from that Phoenix. Phoenix latching at a tower is a lot of damage there. That's going to take it up to 580. Holy cow, that damage from Ultimate. Big counter push there. Capitalizes on Jinx forcing out the defense. Defends the Royal Giant Electro Giant extremely nicely. And gets a lot of damage on the opposite tower. Wasn't even a lane the Royal Giant went down. So Ultimate with a lot of options there. Going to slow play this Royal Giant again. Worked out well for him last time. Left side of your screen, we see Tuna playing Royal Giant as well. He's got Fisherman and Hunter in support. Royal Giant with Fisherman works extremely well against Cloud's P.E.K.K.A. counter. So Cloud playing P.E.K.K.A. Executioner, another dangerous deck. But the Fisherman to support the Royal Giant will pull away those large tanks, the P.E.K.K.A. that does a lot of damage with one-shots. So Cloud going to have to find some alternate ways to defend the Royal Giant here. Right side of your screen, Ultimate also has that Fisherman in support of the Royal Giant, but Jinx uses it to get the Electro Giant to tower extremely quickly. Fisherman pulls it in, and that's a tower connection. The Golden Knight is going to dash as well. Lots of damage there. Only takes it down to 1680. Big defense there from Ultimate, and he's got a lot of elixir for a counter push here. Down to 584. Skeleton King extremely close to tower. Lightning is the last card from Ultimate. Gets a connection onto the tower as well. So that tower's down to 267. Ultimate with Lightning. Going to have to be able to cycle back to it. Left side of your screen, Tuna takes the tower on the right side. Now just has to play defense. Jinx defends with a cannon. Royal Giant will go down, but Ultimate does have Lightning. Jinx is going to have to find a way to prevent that Lightning from connecting to the tower. Goes for the Skeleton prediction. Ultimate does not use the Lightning there. So going to have to keep cycling cards to prevent that Lightning from connecting. One Lightning connection will do it, and there it is. Ultimate finds the window, takes that tower in overtime. So Ultimate takes game 1. Waverly up 1 there, and Tuna closes out the game on the left and takes the 2-0 sweep there. So Tuna closing things out for York, and there is another win for York in that series. As we enter game 2 in our last match for the Skutt Waverly matchup. Ultimate playing Mighty Miner in the back. Jinx facing with Zappies. So Mighty Miner threat mostly deterred. Ultimate showing some form of log bait with Goblin Barrel Princess. Jinx, fortunately, playing log in this deck. Fisherman at the river will pull the Princess in. So one threat down. So Jinx playing his own Royal Giant deck. It's relatively similar in construction, so we'll see if Jinx can find similar results that Ultimate did in the last game. Ultimate with the Inferno Tower on defense will be an interesting thing for Jinx to have to work through. But good, solid push here. Lots of shots from that Royal Giant, down to 319. So big push in single elixir here. Jinx with a large damage advantage. Finds himself in a very good spot against the log bait deck. Typically the log bait deck here will be running Rocket as well, so we'll see if Ultimate pulls out the Rocket. Tombstone slows down the Mighty Miner well enough. Fisherman pulls it in. Not in range of either Princess Tower. Ultimate uses the activated ability there. Gets some explosion damage. Will clean up the Fisherman and the rest of the Tombstone. Goblin Barrel hits the tower, but log timed very nicely. Allows Ultimate to play the Princess at the bridge mostly safely. The main strategy of the log bait deck, forcing you to choose, forcing out the threat assessment of the other player. What do you want to use your log on, and what are you going to let me get the chip damage out of? Jinx making mostly the right decisions as a Goblin Barrel is going to do a lot of damage there. Princess only going to get one chip shot. And there's Lightning is the last card from Jinx. So again, a very similar deck to the Royal Giant deck we saw from Ultimate in the last game. And that tower is down to 2 health. So a log will do it. Pretty much anything stray is going to take out that tower. And big push there from Ultimate on the left lane. Mighty Miner connects. Lots of goblins there. Hunter doesn't come down fast enough. Okay, so Jinx takes that tower. Or Ultimate takes the tower from Jinx. The log will come down. That will take the tower for Jinx. So towers traded. Jinx gets the damage advantage there on the right tower, down to 677. So Jinx concedes the tower, but maintains the damage advantage as we hit overtime here. So Jinx ahead on the damage race. Lightning again will stun the Inferno Tower and take damage on the tower. Skeleton King activation in the middle. Log misses a lot of the skeletons. Royal Giant in the pocket. That is a dangerous spot for the Royal Giant because it's so close to the tower. One shot from the Royal Giant. Doesn't get the second shot off in time. Ice Spirit slows it down just long enough. There's the log, and that will take the tower. A little bit of lag there, but shows the tower. Does take it in game 2. So Royal Giant taking it each game here. Very close game there. Jinx just forcing the issue. Almost doesn't take that left tower, but gets the log down in time and then closes out on that second tower. Once you've got one tower down, especially with the Royal Giant deck, you can play that Royal Giant about as far up as you can get it up in the pocket there and just get it so close to the tower that the defender barely has any time to respond, and that's exactly what Jinx did there. Very good job capitalizing on the tower taken there, and Ultimate just cannot defend for long enough. Game 3. So last game situation here, Jinx showing Royal Ghost and Electro Wizard. Goblin Drill in the left lane, defended by Giant Skeleton. Gonna get a little bit of damage there as Giant Skeleton is single target there and will not be able to take the Goblin at the same time as the Goblin Drill. Jinx showing Inferno Dragon. Ultimate running Hog Earthquake. Okay, so this is the Hog Earthquake deck that we saw Ultimate run in the first matchup. Saw very decent results out of it. Lots of good solid pushes, and especially with this early damage lead. Sneaks his way through in single elixir. Gets a lot of damage early. Takes that tower down to 850. Oh man, that activated ability from the Archer Queen is going to get some damage on the P.E.K.K.A. Good timing there from Ultimate. But eventually Pekka does turn around and see it. So this is a version of Pekka bridge spam for Jinx. Lots of cards swapped out using Goblin Drill, presumably as the win condition instead of Battle Ram. So we'll see how this pays out for Jinx. I believe we saw him use this in the last matchup. Ultimate using a more recent version of the 2.6 Hog deck that was making the rounds in mid-ladder and has been updated using Archer Queen now and using the Earthquake, the not super recently, but recently buffed Earthquake spell as support for the Hog Rider. Forces Jinx to use a Goblin Drill on defense, but it actually the spawn damage from the Goblin Drill is going to knock the Hog Rider away, and it's still going to connect to the tower. So good idea there from Jinx, just does not pay off. As the Hog Rider gets knocked away and aggroes onto the tower. So tower down for ultimate. Just needs to play defense here. No damage. Currently one hit, probably from a zap or the Goblin Drill entry on the left tower. But ultimate with a stranglehold on this game. 10 seconds left. Not going to be able to deal 3,000 damage in 10 seconds. And Pekka at the bridge will not do it. And Jinx goes down. Not without a fight, though. And ultimate takes game 3. So ultimate winning it for Waverly. All right, so there is round 2 of our round robin play. Interesting development here. York doing extremely well. Skutt putting up really strong fights here. As we move into our third round, finishing out our round robin play, we'll have McCook versus Waverly, and Skutt facing down with York.